Good morning, everyone. It's time for another episode of Monday Morning Leadership Bites. Hi, I'm Mary, and happy Easter Monday. What is Easter Monday? Most people don't celebrate Easter Monday. It's not as popular. I grew up knowing about it from my mom, but it was Easter weekend. I hope you guys had a fantastic Easter weekend. I know I did. I spent time with family. And, you know, whether you believe or not, the time of Easter is both a time of mourning and a time of celebration. We mourn on Friday because we remember the crucifixion of Jesus, and we celebrate on Sunday because of the resurrection, that he defeated death. And ultimately, Jesus sacrificed himself. He could have saved himself. He could have decided not to do that, but he made the ultimate sacrifice, basically paying for our sins so that we can have a relationship with the Father. And so I'm not going to get into a religious study about that, but it got me thinking about sacrifice. So for me this Easter, we drove up to Birmingham, picked up my great aunt, helped her, she's 91, and then drove her to Atlanta, spent the night in Atlanta, and then Sunday morning went to services, had Easter lunch, and then pretty much packed up, and then drove back to Birmingham, dropped her off, and then the same day drove back to home. And so it got me thinking about sacrifice, that if we are a leader or have aspirations of leader, true leadership is sacrifice, not a privilege. We have this notion, I think, in the current generations, that to become a leader is a privilege, that somehow you get something when you become a leader, that sometime you're owed something when you're a leader. Someone sent me a message the other day and said, I can't wait till I'm the boss because this is what I would do. And I reframed that and said, when you become the boss, and you will, it's not a matter of I can't wait to get there. What will you do for the people around you so that you can set an example for the next group, the next person who says, I can't wait to get there because I want to be like that other person, right? So leadership is a form of recognition. Someone decided, hey, you have the right stuff. You've accomplished some things in your career. You have done some things that you took some initiative, whether you wanted to or not. You made sacrifices of time, responsibilities, accountability. Maybe you took the brunt of something. Maybe you took on a project that no one else would take on. Maybe you rallied people around something that no one else was going to do. You stepped up. And now you're sacrificing for others. John Maxwell, in his book of, I think it's the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, Law 18, I believe, don't quote me on that, but one of the laws is a leader must give up to go up. You must sacrifice as a leader if you want to be successful. The most successful thing you can do as a leader is to sacrifice for others. There is no greater level of leadership that hasn't been done without some form of sacrifice. Okay? So I'm reflecting on that today as we celebrate Easter Monday, that there really is no list here, but you have to, in order, as a leader, you must look at the others that you're around you, near you, whether it's in your home, your community, at work. We're all leaders. And I think I've said that in the past. We may not be leaders in the sense of corporate America, but we lead our families, we lead our communities, we lead in a lot of different other ways. And we have to sacrifice this for others' joys. There's someone that you might have to put ahead of you in order for you to be able to help them. And by doing so, you're showing leadership. You're also providing a foundation for others. As being a great leader is sacrificing, is laying that foundation that allows others to be built upon. And if we build others, we build ourselves, because we ourselves become more in tune with what other people are doing. People trust us more. And we start this sort of snowball effect, right? And that's ultimately what the sacrifice is. We can sacrifice a lot of different things. There are ways of looking at this in terms of some leaders sacrifice family and time with family in order to move an organization along. Some people sacrifice money. I actually had someone tell me that They stepped into a leadership role, even though it cost them money because they were in an hourly role. And with overtime, they made more money than if they would if they stayed as an hourly, but they took on a leadership role because no one else was going to do it. So she sacrificed money from that standpoint. So anyway, so you need to decide for yourself, how much are you going to give up? Time, effort, responsibility for the assigned task, the assigned project, the assigned job that you've been doing. And once you've decided how much you're going to give up, at that point, you will start to see what it takes to be successful in your leadership, because you know what it's going to take, and you also know what it's going to cost you. So everyone, I hope you had an happy Easter. I hope you have a good start of the week. You know, Easter marks us a time of renewal. We're in a time of spring. I know some of my friends up north are not feeling the spring with snow, but we're in a time of renewal in which the entire earth goes through this process of blooming. New things are coming. We're into the first quarter, ready to start a second quarter. So let's go do it. Let's go be successful leaders. And this has been Monday Morning Leadership Bites.